All right, you've already had some experience learning about the product power and quotient rules for exponents. We're going to try and investigate right here two more rules, the last two rules of zero and negative exponents. So that's our objective here with this video. So it's going to be real short. We're just going to kind of introduce what's coming in the worksheet ahead, in the Google Doc ahead. So what I want you to do is find a piece of paper and make this table with me. We're going to kind of walk through this table for different exponents with a base of 2. So starting at 2 to the third power and working our way all the way down to 2 to the negative third power. And what I'm going to do is in this middle column, I'm just going to evaluate each of those exponents. So 2 to the third power is 8, 2 squared is 4, and 2 to the first is 2. Those are all things that you know already. What I want you to notice in this table is to get from 2 to the third, which is 8, to 2 squared, which is 4, what I'm doing there is I'm dividing by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4, and I do that again to go down. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. And so I'm going to add that in, and that's going to help us build the rest of this table with the zero and negative exponents that we're not comfortable with yet, that we don't know anything about. So from 2 then, I divide by 2 to get this next answer. And when I do that, that tells me that 2 to the 0 power is 1. Because 2 divided by 2 is 1. And that's something that we wouldn't expect. A lot of times we think 2 to the 0 power would be 0, but this kind of shows why that happens. Okay, moving forward then, I divide 1 by 2 to get 2 to the negative first power, and that just gives me 1/2. Okay, go ahead and divide by 2 to get down the rest of the table to get to 1/4 and 1/8. Okay, now we want to make some connections between the exponents over here, and we want to figure out how to get all of those exponents to be positive. So we're going to fill in this third column of the table with positive exponents. Now those first 4 can stay the same. This is still 2 to the third, 2 squared, and 2 to the first, and 2 to the 0 power. What you're going to notice here is 2 to the negative first I turned into 1/2, which I can rewrite as just 2 to the first. 1 over 2 to the first power. And so then I can move down to this next one, and 2 to the negative second power is 1/4, and 4 is 2 squared. So I can rewrite that as 1/2 squared. Okay, last but not least, we know that 2 to the third power is 8, and so 1/8 can be 1/2 to the third power. You might start to see some patterns forming here between the negative and the positive exponents. You might see some patterns happening here to get from the first column to the third column, and that's good. That's exactly what you want to start noticing. So what I want you to do is go back into that Google Doc, fill in the middle column of those other tables, and then look for patterns for those zero and negative exponents.